Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wapakoneta High School at Mercy Health Wapak Ford Field, where tonight the Wapakoneta Redskins host the new Richmond Lions. I'm Danny Holbrook alongside Darren Gilbert and our entire WOSN crew. And Gilly, it's week one of the high school playoffs in the state of Ohio. It's the best time of the year.
It's crazy how quick it's went, huh? I mean, you're looking at the end of October, and the night's beautiful out. It's going to be a great night for high school football.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the pre-games for this. And, Darren, really, when you look at both squads, it is a difference of how they run things. One team likes to air it out. Another one really, really likes to hit the ground.
Oh, yeah. You know, Wapak does some things unique. I mean, they like to spread the football around where you've got New Richmond coming in here with what we like to call a gunslinger. Here to throw it all over the field, and they rely a lot on his arm. Some of the keys to the game. Let's take a look at New Richmond Lions. Number one, I think they want to play keep away. And what do I mean by that? You know, they have to have the philosophy and the idea, hey, you know what? Wapak can't have their offense on the field. They can't score points if you can maintain possession. They give an opportunity for themselves to eat some clock up. Number two, you got to disguise the defensive packages. What do I mean? You got to mix up your coverages, your assignments, and try to confuse and neutralize Wapak's potent offensive attack. And number three, you got to have the attitude to play from ahead and not from behind. I think you got to be able to score on that first possession because Wapak has such an ability to score early and often, and if you fall behind, Wapak's defense, as we know, is very stingy about allowing opponents opportunities and points.
And Gilly, for the Wapakoneta Redskins, we were here last weekend. They wrapped up another WBL Conference Championship. They're playing their best football of the year. What's the keys to get the win tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, they started the season 0-2, had the hiccup the first league game, and been on a roll ever since then. Number one, they got to win the battle on defense from all 11 positions. Since that Defiance game, Danny, they're only giving up 4.4 points per game, and we both know that New Richmond averages over 35.1. So all 11 players as well as substitutes and special teams is going to have to know their assignments and play it very well. Number two, you got to utilize your many athletes in a variety of ways. What would that be? That would be the RPO, use your jet sweeps, go between the tackles, throw the ball into the flats, and also attack vertically. And number three, you got to put the pedal to the metal. You got to score early and often, whether it be on offense, defense, and or by special teams.
It's week one of the high school playoffs in the state of Ohio. It's New Richmond. It's Wapakoneta. All the action right here on WOSN. Welcome back to Mercy Health Wapak Ford Field, where tonight the Wapakoneta Redskins host the New Richmond Lions. I'm Danny Holbrook alongside Darren Gilbert. Our scoreboard sponsor tonight is brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where homestyle happens here. Gilly, we got us a dandy tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We talked about it in the pregame, but, you know, New Richmond winning the toss, they decided to keep the football. And I think it's important for them to try to get something established offensively versus this ball club.
Yeah, and they throw the ball a lot, Gilly, as opposed to Wapakoneta, who likes to mix it up a little bit. So, you know, but here's the thing. New Richmond has a 1,000-yard back in the backfield. They got a freshman quarterback and a 1,000-yard back who's a sophomore.
Well, that's going to try to keep, Wapak off balance defensively. But you know as well as I do with some of the league schools, especially like the likes of Kenton that likes to run that run and shoot. And then you got other schools that has the running back and also is not afraid to throw the football. For example, a Defiance, So they've seen it. They're familiar with it. Speaking of Wapak. So it's just going to be a matter of all 11 of those guys all being on the same page. But it's going to start with their 7 guys in the box. And they can be nasty and they're stingy, and it's going to be a real entertaining game.
Tonight's officials are Troy Newsom, Bruce Bain, Jim Borgia, Steve Abbott, and Ryan Fleece. So, partner, Kyle Beach will kick off for the Wapakoneta Redskins, and I'm here to tell you, we've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, there's not a better kicker in the state of Ohio than this young man.
Well, he's definitely got the leg. It'll be interesting to see if he can boom this one into the red and white in the end zone.
And that's exactly what he does.
He wasn't too awful far from going through the goalpost.
Gilly, it didn't touch the red. It went all the way to the white.
I still say you give a bonus point if they can kick it through the uprights. That's a heck of a kick by
So
18-year-old young man, excuse me.
Here come the new Richmond Lions, Gilly. They are 5-5 overall, 1-4. They play in the Southern Ohio Athletic League, and they are led on the field by number 12, a freshman quarterback, 6'4", 170 pounds, Brady Young. He's 192 of 355, and Gilly, listen to this, 2,385 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions.
You think his name's floating around out there at the college level right now?
Absolutely. This young man is very, very impressive. So that's what they'll start with. Brady Young's in the gun. He looks to the right. He throws off to the left. He's got his man out there. They got a connection. And their first penalty flag of the game, connection made to number 17, Levi Kennedy. The senior wide receiver hauls it in. And, Gilly, they've got 5 wide receivers on this team who really go after the ball.
Well, it looks real, familiar to what Kenton runs. It looks like we already got a foul flag against New Richmond. I didn't quite see what it was. We showed the replay on it. It appeared to be, was it a hold, I think?
Pass interference offense,
okay.
So the wide receiver pushed off. And speaking of instant replay, we got our first one right there. Tonight's instant replay is brought to you by IC Signs in Wapakoneta. Local, fast, and friendly. Check us out at icsigns.net. I love instant replay, Gilly.
It's awesome.
And our crew's the best.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
They do a great job with it.
So here we go. First and 10, ball on the 20. Brady Young's in the shotgun. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. He looks across. He's under heavy pressure, rolls out of the end zone, fires across the field, and that ball is dropped. And that was intended for number 81, Luke Wolf, the junior wide receiver.
Jarrett Mullen on the coverage right there, near side flat area.
And, Gilly, in doing my prep this week for the game, the first thing I thought about for the Wapakoneta defense is get this young man uncomfortable and get him on the run, and they've done that the first 2 times.
Yeah, they forced him, out of the pocket right there. Nice pressure from the right side defensive end position. They've got to make him feel uncomfortable, because if they make him get happy feet, he's definitely going to rattle him a little bit.
Here comes Young. He's in the gun. He's got Braylon Padgett, the sophomore, back. He throws across the middle screen pass, and that's just going to fall errant, and that will bring up 3rd down. So you see the pressure there. They've had him on the run on all 3 attempts.
Yeah, Mr. Truesdale found his way to the backfield, and that was a smart play by the freshman. Fortunate it wasn't intercepted. They were trying to set up that little inside screen, like you said, and the ball fell harmlessly to the ground.
Gilly, 65 degrees, beautiful night tonight. This may be it. This may be the last of the good weather.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful we're in the booth tonight, but next week could be worse. Here comes Young again. He's got Padgett off to the left. He's got trips to the left, 1 to the right. He looks across the field. He's under pressure, throws left, and, boy, there you see the big arm from that young man. Look, that's a big-time throw no matter what level you're at. Here you'll watch the instant replay.
The replay on it, he threw a dime right there. Nice catch by that wide receiver right there. Appeared to be number 17, Levi Kennedy.
Yep. So that'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring up our first punt of the game. And, Gilly, we talk about him each week we're here, but Grant Jolly, number 1, back in punt return at the 50-yard line for the Wapakoneta Redskins. And there's a tough snap to handle, but it's fair caught there by number 11 for the Skins, and that is Caden Page. And, boy, Caden Page does a nice job on the other side of Grant Jolly.
You betcha. Nice tandem to have if you're the Redskins. Nice pressure right there by Wapak.
And here come the Redskins, Gilly. 8-2 overall, 8-1 in the WBL. That only hiccup was that Defiance game, the second game of the year. They are led on the field by number 2, sophomore quarterback Caleb Moyer, the 6'2", 185-pound sophomore, 123 of 153, 1,538 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, but also, Gilly, 300 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's very solid with a very high IQ, obviously being the coach's son.
They'll hand off to Nouse off the right side. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not seen Jace Nouse play, he is something. This young man is a 5'11", 210-pound senior, 164 carries, 1,200 yards, and 15 touchdowns. Gilly, he's got a nose for the end zone.
He has a nose for the end zone, and they don't miss a beat.
They do not.
When they bring in trying to
they'll bring in Schneery. He'll run
Schneery, he runs
fullback,
very similar to him. That last tackle was made by centers.
So here comes Moyer in an empty backfield. He's got trips to the right. He'll throw to the right. He's got Page out there and close to a 1st down. I think they're going to mark that one just a little bit short, Gilly. That'll bring up 3rd and about a yard, maybe half a yard for the Redskins.
Shepard on the stop along with teammate Houndshell. Lexington Hound Show.
New Richmond comes into this game losing their last 4 games of the year. We did not get a lot of response from the coaching staff. I wanted to talk to them and see if they had some key injuries or what happened with that losing streak.
Well, the last game of the year, it was no surprise they played Clinton Massey, and that was a 49-0. But they, like you said, they've come in with a 4-game losing streak.
And there you see a big run off left side, number 35, Reese Schneery. And that, my friends, is a Frost Roofing first down. Tonight's first down sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for over 95 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF.
Centers and Wooten on the stop there for the Lions.
Gilly, we saw Wapakoneta throw it once tonight already, and you're going to get a heavy dose of those big backs from the Redskins.
Yeah, and then they're going to set you up for that jet sweep or that RPO action or even down to the vertical route. You got to remember they got a huge tight end who
He's
is
a
really
really
mobile.
good player, yeah. So here's Moyer in the gun. He's got Nouse off to his right. He's going to pitch back to Jace Nouse. There he goes across the 30. He gets it around to the 25, and that's where he'll be taken down. And a nice gain of about 8 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Centers with the tackle there for the Lions, but not like you said after he got 8 yards on that quick pitch.
They'll go 2nd and 2 on the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and he's not the type of kid that's going to try to run around you. He's going to get up ahead of steam, and he's not going to be afraid to hit you. If it wasn't for a football injury last year, the kid is a heck of a wrestler during the wintertime.
Well, they rush the pigskin 180 yards a game, Gilly, so they know how to get after it, almost 200 a game. This is Moyer. He's going to throw to the right side, and he's got his man out there. And, again, that's Page. Boy, you can talk all you want about offensive weapons. Wapakoneta's got them everywhere. They got Page on one side. They got Jolly on the other side. They got Nouse in the backfield. They got them everywhere.
Yeah, that a little replay right there, just a little quick out, but that's all timing. That's practice right there, and good execution right there by pitch and catch between quarterback and receiver. Shepard pushed him out at the boundary over there, but not till the first down.
Moyer's going to go under center. He's got Nouse and Schneery in the backfield with him. He's going to hand the ball off to Nouse off the left side. He's going to run it towards the end zone, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. Our touchdown sponsor tonight is the Side Rail in Wapakoneta, featuring signature burgers, appetizers, large portions, and specialty drinks. Open 7 days a week on Augley Street and online at thesideRailRestaurant.com. Just as easy as that, Gilbert.
Well, I'll tell you what, give credit to the offensive line. They did a great job establishing a hole right there, and I don't think he was touched on his way to the end zone. Great job up front by the big fellas.
And here comes Kyle Beats to add the extra point. 8:39 to go. Redskins lead 6-0. Snap is back. Hold is good. And the kick is up. With 8:39 to go from Wapakoneta High School, the Wapakoneta Redskins have taken a 7-0 lead. We'll be back right after these messages. Welcome back to Mercy Health Wapakoneta Ford Field. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. Gilly, I missed the Red Zone sponsor because it was so quick. They were only in for one play.
Well, I'll tell you what, they didn't mess around, did they? I mean, it was like boom, boom, and touchdown Redskins. I mean, I think that was their intention. I think they want to play up-tempo.
Yeah, and Gilly, you see what Coach Moyer's doing. He's really going to rely on that offensive line tonight. They've got a big advantage up front, and boy, did they take advantage.
Well, if you establish the line of scrimmage, it opens everything on the perimeter up, and that's exactly what they did. They nickel and dimed that out, that quick out, made the completion there, but just great execution by the Redskins. That's obviously the way you want to start the ball game.
And that one goes out of the end zone. 8:39 to go here in the first quarter on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. The Wapakoneta Redskins lead the New Richmond Lions 7-0. Gilly, New Richmond comes into this game averaging 35 points a game. The problem is they give up 36 points a game.
Yeah, they give up the 36 points a game. You know, they have their ball games. They started out really well at the beginning of the season, putting points on the board, and also, like you said, surrendering points, but they did just enough to win it that last 4 weeks. They hit the bugaboo, mark there of putting some L's on the board. But the teams they played, Wilmington's in the playoffs, as well as Clinton Massey.
And there you see Brady Young with a completion to Levi Kennedy. And right now you see he's focused on Levi Kennedy. Gilly, I like the way the Wapakoneta defensive backs are playing right up on man coverage. They're not. Look, they're saying to this quarterback, if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to beat us long.
Yep.
And there is thrown right in the middle there, and nothing doing by that Wapakoneta defensive line. And right now the trenches are being won by the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Oh yeah, the two up front players just dominated the line of scrimmage right there. It all started with number 6.
That'll bring up 3rd and 20.
Chris Martin.
From the 10-yard line. Young's in the gun. He's got 3 to his left and 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Wapakoneta's dropping back. 5 defender. They're running a rush 4. Keep those linebackers up towards the line. This is Young in the gun. He looks across. Under pressure. He throws in the middle. And it's picked off. Picked off at the 35. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. Cuts back to the 20. He goes to the middle. To the 15. He's got one man to beat. He's shaking and baking. And he's taken down at the 14-yard line. My goodness, Gilly. What a way for this Wapakoneta team to start.
Well, I'll tell you what. He baited him into that throw, that freshman throw right there. And he just stepped right in the way and took that thing away and got as many yards back as he could. One man to beat.
It's apropos.
Yeah,
it's
Mr. Moore. Yeah, Mr. Moore. And he just got, saved the touchdown right there. But what a big play by that young man.
And I'm going to say it right now, Gilly. They're in the B&B Auto Repair red zone.
Yeah, get it in before they run the play.
So Wapakoneta with the first turnover of the game. They continue to lead 7-0. Caleb Moyer with a big interception. He's got Nouse off to his left. He's got a receiver in motion. He's got one on the left. He's going to roll off to the left. He looks down. He's going to throw in the middle of the – and almost picked off by number 15. And that was Tyler Centers, and he played a little center field there. Watch this instant replay.
Yeah, that's the one that he's got to look off there and throw to the corner to Jolly. Jolly's open, down in this near side right there by the pylon.
Yeah, I felt like he'd have been better served maybe to just tuck it under and take it into the middle, and it picked up 5 or 6, But that's the progression of this young man. He's a sophomore. We tend to forget
absolutely.
that. And he's done a fantastic job, but we tend to forget he is a sophomore starting in his 2nd season.
Well, we tend to forget he's just made the interception, too.
That's right. So this is Moyer. He's going to go under center. He's got Schneery off to the right side. He's got Nouse a little bit off to his left. He's going to go to Nouse off the right side. This is Jace Nouse, cuts back, and he's into the end zone for another side rail touchdown. Jace Nouse from 14 yards out scampers in, and he gives the Redskins the 13-0 lead.
Old Spencer Hurley, big number 71, threw the kick-out block to spring him. Let's see what the call is.
Oh, there's a penalty on the field. I did not see that. The lights went out before they threw there's a late flag that came in. This is going to be a holding penalty, Gilly. They're going over to talk to the other side. This is going to be a holding penalty on Wapakoneta. No. They're going to say it was after the play. Personal foul. Okay, well, we missed that one.
Okay, must have happened after the ball had already crossed the plane for the touchdown.
I saw the one official give the holding sign. That's why I said I thought it was going to be a holding, and then the official went up and talked to him. So they're going to call a personal foul. So here's Kyle Beach. He'll try to put it through the uprights. And it is up, and it is good. With 7:29 to go, the Wapakoneta Redskins strike again on the interception by Caleb Moyer. The Redskins lead this one 14-0. Welcome back to Ford Field here, just off the campus of Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's touchdown sponsor is the Side Rail in Wapakoneta, featuring signature burgers, appetizers, large portions, and specialty drinks. Open 7 days a week on Audley Street and online at thesiderailrestaurant.com. Look, Gilly, the Side Rail, they're going to get a lot of advertisement tonight.
Well, we drove, or at least I drove by there today, and they were crowded on my way over here. But, looking back into the Keys, one of the things we talked about is getting a quick start. If you're the Lions of New Richmond, and guess what happened? It's 14-0 right now with 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now they got to play from behind, and we all know what this red and white team is capable of doing at the defensive end of the field.
Well, and the kick will go from the 25 on the penalty, so it will sail over the head and go out of the end zone. Gilly, what happens now, and we've talked about this on past broadcasts, now you're making New Richmond one-dimensional. Not that they weren't a running team, but now everything elevates around the pass.
Well, and as well as I do, Danny, they've seen it with Kenton. Kenton runs the same thing. They spread it around. They played Bell Fountain. They scrimmaged them first game of the year with Mr. St. Clair. what does he do? He likes to sling it. So they're very familiar with what New Richmond's bringing offensively and their style of play.
So 7:29 to go here in the first quarter. All Wapakoneta on the strength of Jace Now's touchdown run of 14 yards and a Caleb Moyer interception. So here comes Young in the gun. He's going to throw to the left side, and it's going to be maybe a yard. And look, those Wapakoneta defensive backs are playing press coverage right up on those receivers, and they are limiting everything. And there you see Caden Page on the tackle.
Nice play there by that young man, attacking the football after the quick little ball out into the flats.
And there's the reception made out there on the left side by number 17, Levi Kennedy. And Gilly, that's their biggest gain of the night of 8 yards.
Page right there with the stop.
And they're going up tempo here. That'll bring up 3rd and about 4 here for the first down. Young's in the gun. And you look there at number 23, Braylon Paget, the 5'8", 165-pound sophomore. He's a 1,000-yard back, and he has 14 touchdowns on the season. So he is an elusive back. They'd like to get him involved in this offense. Young throws to the left side, and he's got a first down out there. So a nice job there by the Lions.
Quick read play action here. Nice read by the big fella, the 6'4" sophomore quarterback. Page on the stop, but not until the Lions move the chains for a first down.
A Frost Roofing first down. Here's Young again. He'll hand to Paget. Paget goes up the middle, and there you see the illusion of it. And the Lions are getting things going here as Braylon Paget takes it up the middle for a gain of about 9 yards.
He lowered that shoulder, not until Nate Metzger coming up and dropped him. Like you said, 9 yards. That's too much yardage if you're a Redskin to give up on a first down.
Direct snap to Paget, and he picks up another Frost Roofing first down. So the Lions going up tempo, and Braylon Paget, the little speedy back, is getting involved.
Well, he's not only being speedy about it, he's running north and south. He's not trying to avoid tacklers. He's trying to go through them. Nice job by that young man.
Now the Lions will go empty backfield, and Young will throw to the left side, and he's got his man out there, and it'll be a gain of about 2 yards, taken down by a host of Wapakoneta Redskins, led by number 9, Kyle Beach. I'm sorry, number 5, excuse me.
That was Metzger, I believe.
Nate Metzger. So here comes Young. He's got Paget off to his left side. He's got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. He's going to look to the left side, and he's got a man out there, and he just shoots him over top of his outstretched arms. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good job by Caden Ware right there, getting his hands up on the perimeter.
Gilly, we looked at their scores all year long, and one thing about this team, they're not going to go away from what they do, and that's throw. Whether they're up or down, they're continuing this offensive system.
Yeah, they want to put points on the board. You know, their question mark is going to be, can they stop Wapak? And now they've got to play from behind. They've got to start trying to get some points here.
Here's Young under heavy pressure, and he's going to be taken down. And guess who? Jaden Rampula, the 5'10", 200-pound senior, slams him to the ground, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he had a big night last week against the visiting Bulldogs on their way to getting a piece of the Western Buckeye League Championship. He's exceptionally quick off the ball and uses his hands very well to get around that offensive tackle there to make the quarterback sack and a tackle for loss.
Caden Page and Grant Jolly back deep, and Caden Page will give the fair catch signal, and he'll catch it at the 25-yard line. That's where the Wapakoneta Redskins will take over. Gilly, Wapakoneta 8-2 on the year, 8-1 in the WBL, and I believe four years in a row WBL champs. I think we talked about that last week and shared it with Salina this year, but obviously that game last week was all Wapakoneta.
Well, like you said, we talked about in pregame, you start the year 0-2 and you have a hiccup against Defiance, and to do what they did, you know, it was great having that luxury of having that home game here last week with Salina, but they took the Bulldogs and held them to 3 points while putting 30 on the board, so they're playing their best football right now.
Here's Moyer. He's going to keep it himself. He goes across the 25, cuts back to the middle. He gets to the 35. He's on the outside to the 40, to the 45, and taken out of bounds right about the 50-yard line. So there you see Caleb Moyer. We talked about him earlier. He's a 300-yard rusher, and he picks up about 25 right there.
Watch his block right here by Mr. Walter. Stuck his nose in there. He didn't get overly aggressive. He just made contact. If he'd have lowered that shoulder in there, they'd have got him for a crackback block. Nice play by that young man.
That'll bring up another Frost Roofing first down. Frost Roofing Family owned and operated for 95 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. Here's Moyer in the gun. He's got Jace Nouse off to his right. He's got 2 to the left. There goes Hauser in motion. Moyer will go to Nouse on the right side. Goes across the middle, and he picks up a nice big gain of about 7 yards.
Nelson on the stop for the Lions of New Richmond, but not until he marched his way for 7 quick yards, that being Mr. Nouse.
Gilly, you talked about him earlier, but they ran behind Grant Hauser, who goes in motion. Look, he's 6'5", 225. I'll run behind that young man anytime, right?
Tell you what, he covers a lot of ground,
yes,
doesn't
he does.
Yeah, they pull him and they use him effectively, as well as the other 5 offensive linemen.
Here goes Moyer under center. He's looking downfield. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to the right. He throws to the right side, and he's got him out there. And there he is, that young man we just talked about, number 85, Grant Hauser, all 6'5", 210 pounds of him.
Yeah, that was a nice read there by Moyer. He wanted to go deep vertically down the seam, and that was covered. They forced him out of the pocket. By golly, guess who they found? They found the big tight end.
He is
at
talented.
the boundary.
He
Absolutely.
is talented. We don't talk about him a lot because they don't throw the ball to him a lot.
He's
but
sneaky good.
He is really good. He is really good. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. They are in the B&B Auto Repair red zone. Moyer's under center. He's got Jace Nouse off to the left. There goes Jolly in motion. Moyer's going to roll to his left side, looks downfield. He's going to throw to the end zone, and he's got him. Caden Page for another side rail touchdown. Caleb Moyer to Caleb Page, touchdown Skins.
Nice hookup right there on the replay. Threw it right out to the outstretched arms, in stride. Mr. Page on the W, and Wapakoneta in the end zone, like you said, for another Redskin touchdown.
Turn the page, brother. Turn the page.
Turn the page. I like it.
3:31 to go. The Wapakoneta Redskins take a 20-0 lead. Here comes Kyle Beach to tack on the extra point. Well, you wanted a shootout.
Yes.
It's one-sided, but you wanted one. And that one is up, and it is good. So Kyle Beach is 3 for 3 on the night. With 3:31 to go in the first quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins solely in charge of this one, 21-0. Welcome back to Mercy Health Wapakoneta Ford Field, just off the campus of Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's instant replay is brought to you by IC Signs in Wapakoneta. Local, fast, and friendly. Check us out at icsigns.net. Instant replays getting used a lot tonight, Gilly. These Redskins are red hot.
They're scoring early and they're scoring often, aren't they? You know, and I'm not going to take anything away from the Lions. You know, they made the playoffs. They rightfully deserve to be here. And you do those things with a freshman quarterback.
Well, we talked about it, Gilly. The freshman quarterback, they've got a sophomore running back, they've got some underclassmen on the line. This is a team that's building for the future.
They've got some pieces, don't they?
They sure do. So here's Kyle Beach as he'll kick it off from the 40, and that is a high drive into the middle of the end zone. And so the Lions will take over at the 20.
You know, we talk about this young kid, and with New Richmond being down the Cincinnati area, do you really think Cincinnati's not aware of him right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think Miami of Ohio's not aware of him right now?
Sure. He's got all the intangibles.
University of Kentucky. I mean, at that size at 6'4", and can sling it as a 15-year-old.
You see the arm strength, Gilly. He's making all the throws necessary for a big-time quarterback. And what I mean by that, he's throwing from, hash mark across the field. A lot of kids can't do that.
Absolutely.
So here comes Young and the Lions. He's got 3 to the right, 2 to the left. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Young takes the snap. He's going to throw to the middle of the field, and he's got a man out there. Number 22 makes the catch, and that is Dylan Wolf. He caught that. As soon as he caught that, his knee went to the ground.
Yeah, I think his main concern was, let's just catch the football, and he did the fundamentally thing, and even though he had the knee down, they still gained about 4 yards.
They'll go Padgett up the middle, and he is hit hard and hit immediately. I don't have a number on that.
Metzger.
I think that is Metzger. He met him in
Got
the
him
middle.
by the ankles.
That whole look at this. Nice play. And Truesdale was right there to disrupt the entire play, too.
Yeah, he's not afraid to mix it up. Here, take on 1 or 2 or 3 guys. And
so here we go, another 3rd down and 4 from the 26th. The Wapakoneta's kept them in tough 3rd down situations most of the night. This is a manageable 3rd down. Let's see what they do here. 2:41 to go. Young's in the gun. He's going to hand off. They'll go left side. He's got blockers out there. They're trying to string it out, and he's going to be
what
short.
A great job.
What a great job by Ryan Walter, the 6-foot junior. Knocks him down before he gets the first down.
Actually, I think it was Jolly.
Was it Jolly? Yeah, you may be right.
Yeah, he did a great job shedding that big offensive lineman that was pulling and just pushed him out at the boundary.
They're going to go for it, Gilly. It's 4th and 2 from the 28. Let's see if they're just going to try to draw Wapakoneta offsides. And there you see Joey Truesdale go up to the line and tell his guys to sit tight, fellas. Don't jump. That's great leadership from the young linebacker. There's Young in the gun. He's got 2 to the left. He's got 3 to the right. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look across and is batted down. What a big play by number 68, Kyle Hulskamp, the 6'5", 195-pound senior. And that's a turnover on downs, and that's way deep in Wapakoneta territory.
Whoa, got them big paws up on the replay, and I mean to tell you what, when he got them hands up, it hit him right in the hands. Nice play.
Are you surprised they went for it there?
I'm a little shocked. Yeah. I thought maybe they were going to run the clock down and maybe either burn a timeout, at the 1 second mark and then punt the football. But
my philosophy is if you punt the ball, you got to make them earn a touchdown. And this, now they get the ball right here at the 28-yard line. That's tough on your defense.
It's tough on your defense, and it's a one and done affair in this high school playoff. So I think he felt comfortable running that play right there. But just a better play defensively by Hulskamp to bat that thing down.
Here's Moyer going across the middle, and he's going for number 85, Grant Hauser, and he just misses the outstretched arm to Hauser.
Really good job by the Lions defensively right there surrounding him.
Yeah, they didn't fall for it, did they? They stayed with him stride for stride.
Yeah, that's one of those he wants to check off because if he looks down the left side of the field down here by the left pylon, I think he's going to look back at the film and say, oh, my goodness, we had a touchdown. If I just look off the vertical route and go to my secondary man.
So here's Moyer in the gun. He's got Nouse to the left, Schneer to the right. They're going to go Nouse off the right side. He'll cut back to the 20. He's at the 15. He'll be taken down at about the 12-yard line. There you see Jace Nouse as he gets another Frost Roofing first down in the BB and Auto Repair red zone.
I'll tell you, Mr. Schnarry with the kick-out block there, and guess who was right behind him? Mr. Hurley.
Oh, my goodness.
Hurley didn't get a piece, but Schnarry did.
Absolutely. This is fun football to watch here as Wapakoneta putting a clinic on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. They get a turnover on downs. They get an interception. Everything's clicking right now for the Redskins.
It doesn't make a difference what any team does right now, offensively or defensively. You better buckle your chin strap, put your mouthpiece in, because Wapak's going to hit you on both sides of the ball.
Here's Moyer. They'll go to Page. Page catches it at the 12. He's at the 10, to the 5, and he's going to take it in for another side rail touchdown. Caden Page with the water bug move as he goes from one side to the middle to the end zone.
Pretty job by the offensive line. Appeared to start with Nouse also trying to look like number 50, I think. It happens so doggone quick. Ryan Price.
Gilly, you can go down the line. Everybody had a piece of that play.
Oh, so absolutely.
That'll make it 27-0 with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Kyle Beach attempting to go 4 for 4 for PATs here in the first quarter. Snap is back. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good. With 1:40 to play in the first quarter from Wapakoneta High School, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead 28-0. We'll have more football after these messages. Welcome back to Mercy Health Wapakoneta Ford Field. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Al's Woody's Diner in Wapak. Wapak's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. Let me tell you something, partner. Speaking of food, Brad Rex and the crew here. Oh, my goodness. And listen, I said I was going to say it. Angie Rex, the pumpkin cookies, fantastic.
I was afraid to eat them.
There's a plate back there.
Not because I don't like them. Don't take that personally, Mrs. Rex. I just can't have them.
Gilly, they were fantastic.
Well, everything we have here, they treat us right.
They do.
They really do.
I love coming down here for football games. So with 1:40 to go, the Wapakoneta Redskins continue their offensive onslaught, 28-0, and Kyle Beach just booms that one into the end zone. So, partner, this game tonight, the winner will play Vandalia Butler versus Elida. Wouldn't it be something if we had a WBL matchup in the next round?
Well, I'll tell you what, Elida, they've been up and down, but you know what? It's tournament time and anything's possible. They have the athletes. Mr. Etzkorn, let's start with him. He's capable. I know they got banged up early with their quarterback situation. I don't know whether he's back, but if they could pull a sneaky upset, we could be right back. Right back here next week with the WBL showdown.
That would be fantastic, and this place would be bonkers. So here come the Lions down 28-0. This is Young in the shotgun. He's got three to his left. Three to the right, two to the left. He's got a man in motion. He's going to take the snap. He looks off to the left side, and it's picked off by a big number, 35, Reese Schneary, the second turnover of the night. And it's almost like Reese Schneary knew where the ball was going to go.
Like I said, when you can break tape down and you're familiar with what they run.
Well, they ran Trey Siniger to the wide side. They tried to bring him back to the middle, and Schneary just stepped in the middle and just took the ball.
That is fundamental coaching 101 right there. That's breaking drills down, scouting reports, and discipline on the part of Wapak defensively.
So that's the second interception of the night for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Caleb Moyer has one. Reese Schneary has another one. 1:37 to go here in the first quarter. Wapakoneta threatening again. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. You see Caden Page all the way to the left side. He wants another touchdown. He's looking at Moyer saying, get the ball over here. Moyer's going to be under heavy pressure. He rolls to his right, looking downfield, throws in the end zone. He's got a man out there, and it knocked down. And a great defensive play by Brody Dittman, the defensive back for New Richmond. What a nice play by that young man.
He got his left hand there and then just batted the ball down.
Yeah, the intended receiver was number 4, Ryan Walter. And Dittman does a great job of getting that hand out there and knocking it down.
Moyer did a really good job evading the pressure right there.
We talk
stepped
about
up
that.
And threw it.
That young man, to extend plays like he does,
he's come a long way.
He has, and he's such a good athlete. Coach's son, understands the game. Yeah, he's a dandy. So here comes Moyer, and he's got to Nouse to the left. He'll go Nouse up the middle. Here comes Jace Nouse, and he busted up the middle, and he's got another Frost Roofing first down in the BB and Auto Repair red zone.
Appeared to be Shepard on the stop along with Colwell.
We talked a little bit about their schedule, New Richmond, and they got beat that last game of the year by Clinton Massey, but there's no shame in that. That's one of the top programs in Southwest Ohio.
It is. And in Wilmington, Wilmington beat them 50-15. At Batavia, they got him 52-34. Western Browns in the playoffs. That was 55-40.
Here's Moyer in the gun. There goes big tight end in motion. They'll go now. So there's a flag on the play. Moyer's going to keep it himself as he tucks it under, gets to the 10, goes to the 50, cuts it back down, and goes to the end zone, and he gets a touchdown. But we're going to have to wait and see what the flag was. And
they got illegal shift.
Yeah, illegal shift on the Wapakoneta Redskins. So that one will come back. About the only mistake the Redskins have made all night, Gilly.
Yeah, that's really correctable.
So that'll come back. 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And that's what it is, an illegal shift.
You think Mr. Beach is just like, okay, let's go. Coach, can we just kneel it and let me kick this thing at the end of the first quarter?
We were here last year, and he had a 51-yarder. His long this year is 46. He's hoping for some more penalties, so they back the ball up so he gets to use that big foot of his.
Yeah, and guess what? The flag's not even moving. So
here's Moyer in the gun. He's going to give it to Nels off the right side. No, he'll keep it himself. He's going to cut back to the middle, and he's going to do what he did before. He gets into the end zone for a side rail touchdown. Caleb Moyer from 16 yards out knocks it through the end zone.
My goodness, look at the blocking. Price and Nouse just opening up the hole. I don't even think he was touched.
I don't think he was, Gilly. And that makes it 34-0. Not even done with the first quarter. Gilly, that offensive line is playing really well right now.
Well, just every area right now. Give me a weakness right now that Wapak has.
Here's Beach to tack on 5 for 5 on the PATs, and he does just that. So with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead 35-0. My goodness. Welcome back to Mercy Health, Wapakoneta Ford Field. Tonight's first down sponsor is Frost Roofing. Family owned and operated for 95 years. Join the Frost family of any Wapakoneta player. Call 419-739-ROOF. Well, they need to put a roof on this building because it's going to blow up. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm telling you what.
Explosion.
And you know what? Let's bring Coach Moyer up here and let's ask him a few questions about what's your weakness right now. What area of concerns do you have? He's going to give us an answer. I promise you, he's going to give us an answer.
I think
he's
that
going to
guy
find something. Too many penalties. Well, how many penalties did you guys have tonight? Well, right now we only had one.
I think
but that's just a coaching.
I think he is one of the best coaches in the area, but you're right. He'll come up here and he'll have to find something. But right now they are just playing squeaky clean football.
Oh, they are. Both sides of the ball, special teams.
And it is a treat to watch. Kyle Beach kicks it off. And again, it goes completely out of the end zone. That young man has got just an incredible leg. We got to talk to him last year down on the field, Gilly. I did a little interview with him, and he's such a humble kid, and he was so gracious to let us interview him. And he just had a smile on his face. And this whole program just has a good feel to it.
It does have a good feel to it. You know, we know what Coach Moyer has done in his days at Winford. He was successful over there. He come over here. And look what he's done. I mean, these kids buy into his system. He's got quality coaches on his staff that care about the kids, that understand the game and break things down. And they're playing just phenomenal football right now.
There's the handoff to Padgett up the middle, and it's a gain of about 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 22. We've talked a little bit about Braylon Patchell, the 5'8", 165-pound sophomore. He's a 1,000-yard rusher with 14 touchdowns, but it's a tall task tonight as a sophomore, and as young as a freshman. And this is a big ask for them to come on the road to a powerhouse like Wapakoneta.
Well, you know what? It's no secret. 35-0 right now. It's not looking good for the Lions.
Sure.
However, this experience, like you said, building the program with these young kids, it's going to pay dividends in the years to come.
So after one quarter from Wapakoneta High School, the Wapakoneta Redskins have a 35-0 edge. When we come back, we'll have second quarter action right here on WOSN. Welcome back to Mercy Health, Wapakoneta Ford Field. Tonight's scoreboard is brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where homestyle happens here. Well, bucket of chicken, it tastes real good right now, partner.
You know what? Every time I drive by that place down here around the corner, that place is the cars. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's constantly busy.
So they flip the field here, and it is 2nd and 8 from the 22 as the Lions try to get something going here in the start of the second quarter. Young is in the gun. He's got 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He throws to the right side. He's got a man out there in a completion. Gain of about 2 yards, and that is back to number 23, Braylon Patchell.
Trying to see who got him out there at the boundary. Oh, Mr. Metzger.
That was number 22. I said number 23. Dylan Wolf was the receiver on that one. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 22. 35-0. 11:31 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Young in the gun. He looks over to his coach for the instructions. He's got 3 off to his left side, 2 to the right side. Wapakoneta's dropping 6 defensive backs back. Here come those linebackers, and they'll go to the right side, and a nice completion. And I don't think he realized there was nobody on him. The connection was made to number 4, Trey Siniger, and he just went out of bounds, and he had 3 or 4 yards he could have picked up. That's going to bring up another 4th down. And you just wonder, they're going to punt it. Now, I wonder if they were going to go for it, they're going to punt it, but here comes the punt team for the new Richmond Lions.
Yeah, he got his feet there on the sideline, and got his feet out of bounds. But like you said, I don't think he realized he had a little bit of real estate in front of him. He probably could have come close to getting that first down.
So the Lions will punt away. And this will be Grant Jolly. Gets it at about the 43-yard line. He's going to go to the left. There's a flag down. Go to the 45 to the 50. He gets to the 45 to the 40. Cuts back to the middle. He's at the 30. He goes to the right side, and he's going to take it out of the 20. A huge run by Grant Jolly. But as I said, there's a flag down back where the ball was. Or is that a marker?
I think that's a marker. That's like a marker where it was caught.
Okay, awful close to a yellow flag. Yeah, you're right. It's a marker. So Grant Jolly with a huge reception.
Great job of special teams blocking, opening the holes up for Mr. Jolly to scoot his way all the way down to the 20-yard line of the Lions.
20-yard line. They are already, Gilly, in the B&B Auto Repair red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Moyer is in the gun. He's got Jason House off to his right. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. He's going to look to the left side. He's got a man out there. He throws it out there. That's Caden Page to the 10, to the 5. He cuts back to the middle. Caden Page, another touchdown. Another side rail touchdown. And Gilly, the romp is on 41-0.
Well, look at the blocking up here, right here by number 4. Just maintains his block, not only from the 10-yard line, but takes his defender and gets him all the way into the end zone, springing his teammate to find his way to pay dirt. Trying to see who that was. I think that was Ryan Walter.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. I thought it was Caden Page, and you're right. It was Ryan Walter. So here's Kyle Beach on the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. So with a 10:49 to go in the second quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead 42-0. You're watching high school football on WOSC. We're back here at Mercy Health Wapakoneta Ford Field. Tonight's instant replay is brought to you by IC Signs in Wapakoneta. Local, fast, and friendly. Check us out at icsigns.net. A little confusion on that last play. We said Walter, we said Page.
Well, it was Page on the touchdown.
Yes.
But it was Walter with the lead block. He took his defense. It's almost like he was Velcro to him. I mean, he took him and punished him from the 10-yard line all the way to the end zone.
Well, when you said it was Walter, I thought, now wait a minute, I know that was number 11, the one in the end zone. I knew I was right on the Caden Page.
7 come 11 right now.
That's right.
No, it was Page on the touchdown. You're exactly right, but I was just impressed with Walter. You know, you teach your wide receivers, they're like, I don't want to block all the time. I want to catch the ball and run with the ball. But he just stuck with it and did exactly what he had to do, and took his defender into the end zone, springing Page to find his way to the pay dirt.
So here's Kyle Beach as he knocks another one through the back of the end zone.
Something wrong with him. He didn't quite get that to the back.
It didn't go all the way through the end zone.
He didn't get that all the way through the end zone. That was only to the red that time.
Yeah, the last couple have been to Cridersville, so that was kind of short. Oh, goodness. Gilly, Wapakoneta comes in the game averaging 33 points a game. But the most impressive thing is they only give up 7 points a game. And you had a stat this week.
4.4 the last 8 games of the year.
That's amazing.
4.4.
That is absolutely amazing. Total yards they've gained this year, over 3,000 yards. They only give up 86 yards a game. Here comes Padgett again as he goes off the left side and gets a nice pickup of about 3 yards.
Appeared to be Mr. Schnurry on the stop along with Rampula.
Jaden Rampula, we'll call his name a lot tonight.
Did last week.
Yeah, Joey Truesdale, Schneery.
Yeah, where's he been?
Right. Here's Young in the gun. He's got number 22, Wolf, off to the left side. He's got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Wolf's offset almost in the slot position. He'll take the snap. He looks across the field, and he throws to the outside and on the boundary at about the 32-yard line and just misses for an incompletion.
Boy, I'll tell you, even though that's an incomplete pass, look at the tight spiral that young man throws. He plants his feet and just rips it.
Yeah, that young man's got a bright future, and he's comfortable back there. He's calm, even when he gets under pressure, and he's a freshman, Gilly. So
that leaves me a little speechless, and I'm not one to be speechless and quiet, but yeah.
Here comes Young. He's going to throw to the right side, and that's a big-time throw and a completion out to the 30, and he goes up to the 35 for a Frost Roofing first down. Watch this.
He's throwing that thing to the far side boundary.
Effortless.
Oh, yes.
So we'll be hearing things from this young man as the years roll by. Bright future for number 12, Brady Young.
What would be that, class 27?
I believe so. I'm not real good with math.
It took all these years to admit it.
I don't teach math. Brady Young in the gun. He's got Wolf off to the left side of him, just off his left shoulder. He's got receivers stacked up on the right and the left. This is Wolf as he tries to go up the middle, and he's met by number 57, Jaden Rampula. Almost throws. Watch this, Gilly. He catches him almost in midair, and watch this, just throws him back.
He bear hugged him, didn't he?
We're done. And he was accompanied there by big number 76, Johnny Carnes.
Yeah, Johnny Carnes is like, thank you.
Yeah, Johnny Carnes says, give me some props, fellas, at WSN.
5'11", 290-pound sophomore.
Yeah, you do you, Johnny Carnes. Nice play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 36. Wapakoneta leads 42-0. Danny Holbrook, Darren Gilbert from Ford Field here at Wapakoneta High School. Round 1 of the state playoffs. And there's Young. And Gilly, that's probably a good thing that ball was incomplete because I think it was behind the line. If you'll watch that, I'm pretty sure that was behind the line.
Well, I'm not so sure Mr. Nouse didn't what's the word I want to use? Not confuse the quarterback, but made him, when he looked over there like, oh, there's number 21. He may have just threw that a little bit high and a little bit out of bounds to keep Mr. Nouse from running that route because he had a beat on him right there.
Gilly, when these linebackers look up towards the booth, I get a little shaky. Them some big boys down there.
Take your pick. 21, 35, 45, and they can all run.
Here's Young in the gun. He's got Wolf off to the right side. He's got receivers stacked on the right and the left. They're going to fake the handoff. Young's under pressure, and he is hit hard. I mean, he got hit square in the back, and he is down on the turf. Big number 57, Jaden Rampula, and he got hit hard.
Well, he got him from the blind side. He had no idea it was coming, and he put a licking on him right there.
And Brady Young is trying to gather himself there on the field as he was hit hard, and it's a good thing to see that young man get up.
Yeah, that's a tough one to bounce up from because he didn't see it coming, but he's going to feel that one in the morning.
That'll bring up 4th and 20 from the 26, and the Lions will punt this one away. Back deep for the Skins. Caden Page and Grant Jolly. Take your pick on which one you want to run this one back. These are two really good athletes. You know, that's
the last one, what we see, Mr. Jolly broke it all the way down to the 20.
And there's the punt, and it'll be fielded by Grant Jolly. He'll call a fair catch at about the 38-yard line, pushed back to the 36, but they'll mark it at the 38. And that's where the Redskins will start out with 8:33 to go until halftime, and solely in control of this one, 42-0. Gilly, it's just unbelievable to say that Wapakoneta started out the season 0-2, and it stunned a lot of folks in North. Now, not that they lost those games, but Wapakoneta never loses 2 in a row.
Well, you know what? When you play the defending state champion, opening it up in Division 7, and that's one they let slip, and they let slip away, against Marion Local, and then they turn around, and I think that was at Defiance, if I'm not mistaken, and they took one on the chin there. But since that time, they fixed their mistakes, and they are playing on all cylinders right now.
And Caleb Moyer with the keeper there. He goes off to the right side, picks up about 4 yards.
Chased down by Brandon Nelson for the Lions.
And we'll see that running clock in the second half. If this stays like this, we'll get second half running clock action.
And if you're Richmond, you're going to have some tired defenders because they've been on the field quite a few minutes here in this
Jason Alls off
half.
The left side. He gets a block out front. He's at the 50, to the 45, down the sideline, to the 40, to the 30, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
Wow, boy, did he bounce it outside. Once he bounced it outside, he just turned it on the Jets.
And number 3 for the Skins, Grant Stauffer, gives enough of a block to get him an additional 12 yards.
Yep.
And that's what people don't understand is the wide receivers in blocking. You have to be able to block to be on the field. Coaches talk about it all the time. Look, you can catch the ball, you can run, you've got to be able to block.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be clean. It's just got to be some form of a contact. Put a helmet on a helmet and help a teammate out, and that's what the red and white are doing right now.
They bring up 1st and 10 from the 33. Moyer throws to Jolly on the right side. Jolly's at the 30, and he's going to be taken down at about the 28-yard line. Maybe a gain of about 3 yards. Grant Jolly.
Centers and Wooten on the stop for the Lions. Called centers quite a few times tonight for the Lions.
Yes, we have. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Skins continue to lead 42-0. They'll take their time here as the clock continues to wind down.
Yeah, when you start seeing the defenders with their hands on their hips, that's the first sign of being, gassed.
So here's Nouse takes the ball off the right side. No, Moyer's going to keep it himself, and a nice form tackle there by number 5, Silas Jacob.
Yeah, that's a great form tackle.
Gilly, 42-0. Look, we see a clear advantage by the Wapakoneta Redskins, but New Richmond's still playing hard. They've still got their first teamers out there. They're executing what they need to do and doing the best they can.
Absolutely, and that's all you can ask for as a coach.
And here is where you're going to get the argument from some who say that there's too many teams in the state playoffs in these kind of games. But
that's not our decision
to make.
Exactly,
that's exactly right. You know what? If I'm New Richmond, I'm thrilled to death to be out there. And that is a timeout from Wapakoneta. Our timeout sponsor tonight is Al's Woody Diner in Wapak. Best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. We come back, we'll have further action. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Welcome back to Mercy Health, Wapakoneta Ford Field, just off the campus of Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Al's Woody's Diner in Wapak. Wapak's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. Billy, I don't mean to nitpick, but what do you suppose Coach Moyer called the timeout there? What is he talking about? Formations? Is it a new play? What do you think's going on here?
What do I think he's doing?
Yeah.
I think he's mentally trying to challenge the kids,
Sure.
even though it's 42-0.
That's a great point.
And they're going to be on to the next round. He's going to challenge them to clean some things up.
There's a big-time throw from Moyer across the field, and he's got a receiver out there. He'll go to the 10-yard line. And that is complete to number 4, Ryan Walter. We talked about him already this evening. Fine young wide receiver out there. And he puts it in the B&B Auto Repair red zone.
Frazier on the stop along with number 5, Silas Jacob.
42-0 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. Danny Holbrook and Darren Gilbert from Wapakoneta High School. Round 1 of the state playoffs in the great Buckeye state of Ohio. Gilly, 11 weeks we've been doing this, and it just flies by.
It does fly by. Just looking at, the Lions roster, they have a ton of juniors and sophomores, and it's going to be a team to reckon with in the next couple years.
And it looks like Wapakoneta is going to take another timeout. So they'll gather themselves. And I love what you said, Gilly, about Coach Moyer challenging his kids. You don't want him to get complacent. You don't want him to overlook things. Look, it's 42-0. Yes, is Wapakoneta a clear advantage here? Absolutely. But you never know what can happen in the second half.
Details. Details is a big part of this right now. And if they want to compete with that next schedule coming up here, and I understand we still have two quarters and a half of football left, but if you want to play at that next level, you've got to spend some time on details. And this is a great opportunity to treat this like a practice situation and clean some things up.
Absolutely. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Wapakoneta looking to add on to that lead of 42-0, and they've done it in a variety of ways. Running, passing, defense, they've just done it all. And Kyle Beach, that young man, is perfect on the night for PATs. So here comes Moyer in the gun. He's going to go Jace Nouse off the right side. He'll cut back to the middle, and he'll make it to about the 4-yard line. So big number 21, Jace Nouse there with a nice run.
Big number 71 pulling. He just couldn't find anybody. He was looking, wasn't he?
He was headhunting, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was looking.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. 5:23 to go on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Yeah, that's one of those where he's not going to want to watch film because he's going to say, oh, my goodness, who did I block right there? I blocked air.
So here come the Redskins. Here comes Moyer in the gun. Nouse is off to his left side. There goes Hauser in motion. Moyer's going to go to Jace Nouse off the right side. He cuts back to the middle, takes it in for another side rail touchdown. Jace Nouse from 4 yards out, and the senior tailback takes it in, and he makes it 48-0 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Yeah, again, running behind those big offensive linemen and that big tight end found his way to the end zone.
Skins continue to dominate with 5 minutes exactly on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. Here comes Kyle Beach to add the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 5 minutes exactly until halftime, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the New Richmond Lions 49-0. You're watching high school sports on WOSN. We're back here at Mercy Health Wapakoneta Ford Field. Tonight's first down sponsor is Frost Roofing. Family owned and operated for 95 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. Big time football here, Gilly. Tomorrow evening, the Buckeyes going to Camp Randall to take on the Badgers.
Sorry, what did you just say? I'm watching the kickoff team. This is unbelievable.
I know,
They're
right?
playing this music and tell them to jump to the left and jump to the right, and here these guys are, the special teams coaches right in the middle, and these kids are cha-chaing, and it's awesome. It was awesome to see.
We'll talk about the Buckeyes later.
Yeah, let's talk about the Buckeyes later. It was awesome to see.
That's good stuff, Gilly. So Kyle Beach will kick it off from the 40. And New Richmond trying to get back in this one, down 49-0.
Doing a little sliding to the left and sliding to the right.
And he'll kick that one through the end zone. Well, it lands in the middle of the end zone. Nice home crowd on tap tonight, Gilly. Beautiful night for football. Not a lot of people on the visitor side. Long trip for
It's a heck of a long trip.
Long trip for the. I think we talked to some people tonight. They're what they say, 20 some odd miles east of Cincinnati, right?
East of Cincinnati area.
Yeah. So they play in the Southern Ohio Athletic League. Teams like Western Hills, Claremont, Northwood, Goshen, Western Brown, Batavia, Wilmington, and of course Clinton Massey, the perennial all-state program.
Mm-hmm.
If you know anything about high school football in the state of Ohio, you've heard of Clinton Massey, I can promise you that.
Well, Wilmington's very successful over the years. Western Brown's been successful.
Sure. So here comes Young and the Lions. They'll go Wolf off the left side and nothing going, and he is taken down. And Gilly, I believe he lost a yard on that play.
Number 53. Let's take a look and let's see who that young man is. Brody Pressar.
Brody Presser did you see him just dominate the center? Pushed him back into the tailback for no gain. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here comes Young in the gun. He's got 3 receivers off to his left, 2 to the right. He's going to go to the right side, and he's under heavy pressure. Jaden Rampula knocks him down again for another big-time sack. Number 57, Jaden Rampula is everywhere.
Oh, he beat the tackle just on a quick first step and did a nice little swim move, and it was almost like a carbon copy of the last time. You know, if there's any benefit right there, the quarterback at least was running away from him.
Well, Gilly, when you get down towards your end zone, we call it the red zone. When you're back towards their end zone, we're going to call that the red hot zone because they're in real trouble right now.
Oh, yeah.
That'll bring up 3rd and 19 from the 11-yard line. Young's in the gun. He's got 2 to the left. He's got Wolf in the slot, and he's got 2 receivers to his right side. 3rd down from the 11-yard line.
I mean, those last 2 sacks in defense of him, he can't see him coming. He cannot see him coming from the blind side.
And they're going to take a timeout here, Gilly. You look at Young walking off the field, and it's a noticeable limp. And look, that's the last player they need to lose here. He is everything for them right now. He's keeping not that the game is close, but he does give them a chance.
Well, like I said, and I meant no disrespect when I said it, that young man's going to be sore tomorrow.
Oh, he is.
I mean, he's taking some lickings tonight, and he's hanging in there. He's keeping a positive attitude, but he knows he's in for a long evening. He's already been in for a long evening, and we still got 2 quarters of football left to play.
Gilly, listen to these scores. They have after they started out 0-2, they get a win against the Ottawa Glandorf. So then they go to St. Mary's for the rivalry, a big-time grudge match with rivalry. St. Mary's, they go 14-0. They beat Van Wert 41-13. They beat Shawnee 42-6. Kenton 35-0. Elida 44-3. Bath 38-0. Salina 30-3. That's just complete domination.
It is complete domination. You take a team like Bath, who made the playoffs, and they're capable of putting
all those
points
teams
up.
are good teams.
Oh, yeah. Kenton has the ability to score a lot of points. And I was here that night, and they just put – a reckon defensively on what Kenton tried to do. And, Kenton did have a banged-up quarterback, and they moved the football the first couple possessions, but got nothing to show for it. Oh,
Big
Mr. Truesdale on the
45.
replay. Here I am talking to Mr. Truesdale. Almost got him a touchdown right there.
Joey, now look, if Joey Truesdale picks that off and runs it back, and you're talking in the middle of his interception, he's going to be upset.
Yep, somebody's going to make a comment. Will you tell so-and-so to quit talking so much?
We like you having talk, Gilly. We like you talking. So that'll bring up 4th and 19. New Richmond will go into punt formation. Number 11 for the Skins, Caden Page, and number 1, Grant Jolly, back at about the 45-yard line. And Grant Jolly will field the ball. He'll go fair catch at about the 47-yard line, and that's where the Redskins will take over with 3:31 to go.
Good job right there by that young man on the punt. He's had his opportunities to punt the football tonight, and he's punted it really well.
Gilly, Northwest Ohio is represented unbelievably well tonight all across the state of Ohio, and we've got teams everywhere. You look at another WBL team, Bath, is at Cleveland Glenville tonight. You've got Salina down the road, St. Mary's down the road. So, LCC, Lima Senior. And everybody's Friday night this year, Gilly, no Saturday.
Everybody's Friday night so far. Be interesting to see if they make a change coming up. But,
sure.
Yeah, everything's Friday night.
So Moyer's going to go under center. And he's got a new tailback in the game. This is number 30. This is Noah Bishop, the 5'6" sophomore. Good to see young Noah Bishop getting some time in there, and he picks up about 5 yards.
Mr. Settles on the stop there for the Lions.
First carry of the game for Noah Bishop, and I love the fact that these young kids are getting in here in the first half. Look, this is a thrill that, never forget as a sophomore getting to play in a state playoff game.
Well, the second thing you're doing is you're protecting your starters from possibility of getting injured. It was unfortunate last week. We saw 3 Salina players, 3 really solid players, go down with injuries, and I have not heard whether they played played this evening or not, but it was definitely a big thing last week against Wapakoneta.
And there we see Andre Longsworth, the 5'9" sophomore, gets his first carry of the night, and he picks up a Frost Roofing first down. That young man looked really good on that carry.
Yeah, he pounded his way to a first down, didn't he?
Sure did. So what you're saying here, Gilly, is when they take the starters out, they bring in quality kids. Because it looks like
he's got a he's established himself as a program over here.
Oh, my goodness.
You want to believe he just reloads.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got Bishop and Longsworth in the backfield with him. He's going to go Longsworth again to the left side, cuts back to the middle, and he picks up about 4 yards. Andre Longsworth was his second carry of the night, and we're seeing.
Boy, is he quick.
He is very quick. We're seeing flashes out of that young man right now. Gilly, look, we go to a lot of places every Friday night. There's not a finer facility in Northwest Ohio or the whole state of Ohio than right here at Wapakoneta High School. This is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah. You get your money's worth walking to the press box, don't you?
Sure do.
I mean, goodness gracious, there's steps after step after step. But you know what? The way they developed this place is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And that's why they're going to host a lot of playoff games.
It is beautiful. So here come Moyer and the Skins. Longsworth is in the backfield with him. They'll hand off to Bishop off the right side, and he is over the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's got 1 man to beat to the 5, and he's in the end zone for a side rail touchdown. Noah Bishop, the 5'6" sophomore, scampers in for a Redskin touchdown.
And that's the key word. I mean, it was a foot race, and he just outran the defender to the end zone.
That'll make it 55-0 with 1:24 to go. And Kyle Beach will come on. Try to add the extra point to make it 56-0 with 1:24 to go.
Do you think maybe, Danny, if I send a letter over here or something, we could probably get an elevator to come up here? Do you think they would listen to me?
I don't think they would.
They wouldn't listen?
I don't think they would.
All right. At least I tried.
Look, I think you owe them, Gilly, after all the food we've eaten. So
Shh.
There's Beach on the try after, and he knocks it through. With 1:24 to go, the Wapakoneta Redskins solely in control, 56-0. We'll have the range of the first half right after these messages. Welcome back to Mercy Health Wapakoneta Ford Field, just off the campus of Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. So a little bit of, they get loud here in this press box.
In Madison?
I'm telling you, it's Madison, Wisconsin. The jump around, boy, I'm telling you.
I'm a little disappointed in the special teams right there.
Look,
they weren't jumping around.
Gilly, if the Buckeyes are up 56-0 tomorrow night, I'll be a happy camper. So this one falls short as we got a new kicker out there on that one. It'll fall at about the 35-yard line. And here comes the Lions as they'll bring this one to midfield.
Nice run back there by that young man. Number 3, Alex Bohm, the junior.
So we'll have to see. Didn't get a number on the young man kicking the ball there. We'll have to see that one.
Appeared to be number 16 on the stop.
So with 1:16 to go before halftime, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead 56-0. Danny Holbrook, Darren Gilbert, round 1 of the state playoffs here in the Buckeye State. And Wapakoneta stamping theirself a trip to the second round if everything goes well for the second half. Here comes Mr. Wolf up the middle, and he's taken down for a gain of about 4 yards.
It's like Chris Martin on the stop.
We're seeing quite a few reserves right now, so I like what Coach Moyer's doing. I'm sure he's going to bring his starters back at the first couple plays of the third quarter, but for now he's letting these kids get some time, and I like the strategy.
Absolutely, because you never know when something unfortunate could happen, a ding up or something like that, a sprained ankle. Get these kids reps.
And there's a nice pitch and catch out there from Young to number 81, Luke Wolf, the junior wide receiver.
Good job going down to his knees, securing that, putting him in a 3rd and 1.
So here comes Wolf. He'll go up the middle, and he will have a Frost Roofing first down. A nice run there.
Good job by that offensive line on the replay, opening up the hole right there, letting Mr. Wolf get through it.
Dylan Wolf busts through the hole there for a Frost Roofing first down. They'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 35, so 23 seconds to go. And they'd like to stick it in the end zone here. Young under heavy pressure. He steps up in the pocket, and he's got his man at the 20, and he goes to the right side. He gets out of bounds, and he'll stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. That connection was made by number 4, Trey Siniger.
Look at the footwork. Stepped up into the pocket.
And New Richmond's on the doorstep here, Gilly, as they make it into the B&B Auto Repair red zone.
Threw a dime right there, didn't he? Stepped right up.
11 seconds to go. Here's Young as he's in the gun. He's got 2 to the left. He's got number 22 off to his right side, Dylan Wolf. Big number 81, clear out split to the wide side, and that is Luke Wolf. And they'll try to punch it in the end zone here with 11 seconds to go. Young looks across. He's going to throw to the right side, and he's got Wolf out there for a nice reception, and that'll stop the clock at 6 seconds to go from the 9-yard line. So, Gilly, I'm telling you, I'm betting you every kid on this side of the field from Wapakoneta wants to see that shutout continue.
Oh, absolutely.
So here come the Lions. 1st and goal from the 9. Young's going to keep it himself. No, he'll pitch back to number 4, and he's looking to throw the ball, and he's got a man, and is it picked off, or it's a touchdown as he strikes it to number 2, Cohen Manning. He is the leading pass catcher for the Lions. He's got 39 on the year, 859 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Gilly, number 13.
He threw a seed right there.
He did.
Number 4, trying to see who that was.
That's Trey Siniger.
Siniger, yeah. Nice backup quarterback, junior. Nice throw there, nice pitch and catch.
And we got another side rail touchdown. So that'll make it 56-6. This will be the last play of the first half. Snap is back, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. So after one half of play from Wapakoneta High School, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead 56-7. When we come back, we'll have second half action right here on WOSN. School. Tonight's scoreboard is brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where homestyle happens here. Gilly, 56-7, an absolute total domination by Wapakoneta. And I'll ask you this before, after certain half times and big games we've been doing this year. What do you tell the kids if you're New Richmond? You go into halftime, you're down big. What do you say to them?
You build for the future. You got another half to go. You got a lot of young kids. It's unfortunate for the seniors but they did get this opportunity to play in the playoffs. But those younger kids, you've got to find a way and surround yourself with those kids with positivity and tell them that there's a future coming, and they've got to continue to go out there and battle and compete. I mean, you're not going to fool the kids, just come in there and give them a rah-rah speech and say you're going to come back from 49 and win this game. But you've got to remain positive with them. You got a real young quarterback, a young running back, a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores that's coming through the system. Again, the seniors, you've just got to, you got to praise them for their leadership and getting to where they are today, and that is a seeded team into the OHSA playoffs.
And Gilly, on the other side of the field, Wapakoneta up 56-7. How much in your mind do you think the starters will play this half? Obviously, I'm sure they're going to come out in the third quarter and play a 3 or 4 possessions, maybe. What do you think?
Well, and that could be a stretch too. It's all depends on what Coach Moyer's got in his game plan. Looking right now at the kickoff coverage, it appears he's going to a second-string kickoff coverage.
You're right.
Here.
You're absolutely right.
So they may be done for the night and letting the backup kids get some touches. But I'll tell you what, you got to give credit, Danny, before we get started. I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to put the linemen both offensively and defensively. That's where it started, and that's where it's been with Wapak in this 8-game streak. Tackle Austin Brown, guard Landon Miko, Mason Ludwig, Caden Ware, and Ryan Price. Grant Hauser at tight end.
And there you see Bishop bring the ball back to the 30 as he jukes his way all the way to the 30. Yeah, you're right, Gilly. Those offensive and defensive linemen have been terrific.
Well, you look at the defensive side. Chris Martin, Wyatt Buell, Jaden Rampula, who's been number 12, Mr. Young's nightmare tonight. He's going to see him in his sleep tonight, or at least have number 57 on his back imprinted because he took 2 tattoos on the backside. And then you got Caden Ware, you got linebackers Nouse and Schnary and Truesdale, and then your back end of Metzger, Mullen, Jolly, and your safety, Mr. Richardson. So just been a total domination, and I don't want to, do any disrespect to the wide receivers of Wapak. They've done their job too.
Here's Bishop. He gets the handoff, and he cuts up the middle. He's at the 45, to the 50, to the 45, at the 40. He's got one blocker in front of him. He's to the 25, to the 20. He's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? The first play of the second half, he takes it in for a side rail touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you what, he got a great lead block, but give him a lot of credit. Look at his moves as he's moving and grooving, coming down the field here, and just a phenomenal job. Grant Stolfer, with that timely block in the secondary. But, yeah, that young man,
Noah Bishop
showing him some flashes as a sophomore of, hey, Coach, I need some PT.
From 70 yards out, Noah Bishop. The kick is up, and it is good. So number 99, Ethan Eisert, the 5'10 junior, knocks it through to make it 63-7. We'll be back right after these messages. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's instant replay is brought to you by IC Signs in Wapakoneta. Local, fast, friendly. Check us out at icsigns.net. So, Gilly, they come out the first play of the game. They get a 70-yard touchdown run, and we got a running clock.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something out at you.
Uh-oh.
If you're a coach from the opposing team, whether it be Elida or more so, Vandalia Butler, because they're not familiar with Wapak, you pick up the newspaper the next day and you're going to say, oh, wait a second. Who's the Bishop kid with over 100 yards
Well, he's
rushing the ball? He's had two big ones, right? Didn't he break two long runs off?
First half, he had, a couple,
So he's got over 100 yards on the ground. Then you throw Nouse in there and Schnary in there. You got your jet sweep with Jolly.
Yeah, it is a tall task to have to compete against this Wapakoneta team. And a young man taken down at about the 28-yard line. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what that is.
Brought down by number 80, Braden Hauer.
And I'm not real sure why the clock's not running. It should be a running clock. Am I correct? Do I understand those rules that it should be a running clock?
That's to my knowledge.
We'll have to sort that out up here in the booth. We'll find out why the clock's not running.
Well, the penalty is going on
Well, even on a
New
penalty,
Richmond, but I am trying to see what the indication was.
Well, even on a penalty, the clock shouldn't stop on a lopsided score like this at 63-7.
Personal foul.
So it's a blindside block against New Richmond, so that'll back them up to the 13-yard line. Danny Holbrook, Darren Gilbert, round one of the state playoffs here from Wapakoneta High School. Wapakoneta leads 63-7. So here come the Lions as they try to get back in this one. Young with the ball. He'll hand it to Wolf. Wolf goes up the middle, and a nice run for the young man, number 22.
Sure did. Right up the gut, didn't he? Got about 8 yards on the carry.
Dylan Wolf, the freshman. You look at this. Braylon Patchell, the sophomore running back, and Dylan Wolf, the freshman running back, the freshman quarterback in Braden Young. Bright future for this team.
So the pieces are there, aren't they?
Sure are. There's another play that is going to pick up looks like another Frost Roofing first down. There's a little screen pass to the left side. That'll bring up a first down. Tonight's first down sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for 95 years. Join the Frost family. They're an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. So here they go on the hurry-up offense. This is Wolf again, and a nice tackle there in the middle of the line by number 76. And that is Johnny Carnes. We called his name earlier tonight. Plugging up the middle there. Young man, nice tackle there.
5'11", 290 pounds. Got a bright future, sophomore.
That'll make it 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line. It'll go Wolf again off the left side. There goes Wolf as he tries to break it out. Gets up close to the first down marker. Bring up about 3rd and 2.
Solo tackle there by number 73, Jack Fisher, also a sophomore.
So you see New Richmond, it appears to me, Darren, that they're going to work on some things that they want to do. They've got some young running backs in there. They're getting lots of touches. That clock continues to move. So they're doing what they want to do. Here's Young with a nice pass to the side, and it's caught by Wolf. And it appeared to be, I thought it was going to be intercepted. Somehow it got through to Wolf, and he takes it up to about the 44-yard line.
Well, let's see if we can't get a replay on this one just out of curiosity. I don't think we're going to, but I thought it went through.
You thought it went through?
Hang on. I think it went through a receiver of New Richmond
You're right.
into the other New Richmond receiver's hands. Well, anyway, that was a heck of a play there.
As they pick up a Frost Roofing first down.
By Luke Wolf.
So here comes Young in the gun. He's got Wolf off to the right side. He's got trips to the left. He's got the younger Wolf in the backfield with him. He's going to throw to the side, and he's got Wolf for another completion. And right now, the Young to Wolf combination is working for the Lions.
Had a pull on the stop for Wapak.
That'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 44-yard line. Clock continues to run at 7:11 in the third quarter. Wapakoneta leads 63-7. He's got triple receivers to the left, 2 to the right. He's got Wolf to the far right. He's going to take the ball. He's going to throw to the left side, and a nice catch by the younger Wolf. And the tailback comes out of the backfield with a nice reception and another Frost Roofing first down.
I'll tell you, pretty play right there, wasn't it? My goodness, what a pretty play. Nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, Dylan Wolf really stretched out and made a nice play. And the ball led him for another first down.
Sure did.
Gilly, you're right. I'm telling you, this young quarterback is going to take notice of all the schools in Southwest Ohio, and maybe some of the big boys come calling as he gets older.
Well, I mean, get him in the weight room, fill on another 20 pounds, get some arm strength and some leg strength.
And there he shoots it down the left side. Intended target was number 17, Levi Kennedy. We've seen him target him quite a few times tonight. He just puts a little bit too much mustard on it as Kennedy got on him really quick.
Almost stomped him in the helmet, didn't it?
Sure
You're
did.
right, that ball got there quick.
And Noah Bishop in coverage out there. So here we go at 2nd and 10 from the 34. They'll go Wolf up the middle, and he slammed to the ground. And boy, he hit his head hard on the turf. And watch him as he goes down, and he just gets spun around.
Trying to see who that was on the stop. I think it appeared to be Longsworth.
So that'll make it 3rd and 8 from the 32. New Richmond on a nice drive here as they continue to mix up their play calling with runs and passes. playing hard, still down 63-7. No quitting these young Lions. Young's in the gun. He's got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wolf goes in motion. He's looking across the field, and he throws to the left side in a perfect strike out there to about the 25-yard line, and he'll go to the middle of the field, and that was number 2, Cohen Manning. Cohen Manning, the leading receiver on this team. He's had 2 catches tonight. He had a touchdown catch, and he's got 13 touchdowns on the season.
Noah Bishop on the tackle, along with Grant Stoffer.
They'll direct snap at the Wolf. Wolf goes up to the 15, gets to about the 13, and I thought he was down, but he was not down at all. It looked like he was down, but he bounced off of a Redskin player and jumps up.
Well, that's pretty athletic play there by that young man. I think he was actually sitting on a defender and kept his balance.
You wonder, and I'll talk after this play. Here goes Young, and they'll go back to number 4 as he goes to the 10, gets to about the 5, and he'll be taken out of bounds at about the 4-yard line, and that was number 4, Trey Sinegar. Really, what I was going to say is you wonder, Braylon Patchell, the 5'8", fresh sophomore running back with over 1,000 yards, we haven't seen him at all. We started losing track of him in the second quarter. We haven't seen him much at all.
Well,
you wonder
if he's a little dinged up or under the weather.
So here's Wolf as he goes up the middle, and he's going towards the end zone. And he gets in for a side rail touchdown. Number 22, Dylan Wolf, the freshman running back, takes it into the end zone, and he makes it 63-13.
Yeah, Braylon Walter on the stop, but not until he found his way to the end zone. Nice run by there. Nice series there for the visitors.
And absolutely something to build on as they go the length of the field, Gilly, and a nice combination of passing and running as they try to tack on this extra point as they run another player onto the field with 3:41 to go. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:35 to go on the clock in the third quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead 63-14. We'll have further action right after these messages. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Al's Woody's Diner in Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. Gilly, we've had pizza, wings, burgers, hot dogs back here behind us. You've tried them all. Yeah, I saw you. I saw you.
What are you doing spying on me like that?
Well, I couldn't get to the food I was trying to get to.
I offered. You said nope. Surprised you didn't go back for those pumpkin cookies.
Oh, Mrs. Rex made those pumpkin cookies. Those are fantastic. We should take her to every game we go to and just have her make pumpkin cookies.
I had willpower. I didn't touch
you had willpower. I saw you eating that hot dog like it was your job.
That was a huge one, too.
So here goes New Richmond as they kick off to the Redskins, and there's Bishop. Well, nice over-the-shoulder catch, and here comes Noah Bishop. He goes to the 20, and he's going to be taken down about the 17-yard line.
Nice open field tackle there.
You are seeing the athlete Noah Bishop is, and let's see what Wapakoneta is doing here because they're bringing some more reserves in here, so everybody's getting a chance to go tonight.
Mr. Center's on the stop. Nice solo tackle by that young man.
So 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Clock continues to run. We're running clock now, 63-14. You got to believe the Redskins will keep it on the ground here with quarterback 14, Kagan Zink, the 5'11 sophomore. Leads the troops out there. He's going to hand the ball off to Longsworth. And he goes to the middle, and a nice play there by Andre Longsworth. A gain of about 9 yards, and my goodness, Gilly, they got a staple of running backs.
Well, I'll tell you, the offensive line doing a great job right there, opening up the holes, letting them running backs get through there.
Andre Longsworth, the 5'9", 175-pound sophomore. Him and Noah Bishop, my goodness, in the next couple years, those two are going to be a 1-2 punch that nobody in the WBL is going to want to see.
Well, you got to believe Wapak's going to survive tonight. They're going to move on next week to play the winner of Vandalia, Butler, and Elida. If Elida should win, the game will be here. If Vandalia Butler wins, Wapak will go on the road next Friday at Vandalia Butler High School.
And there goes Noah Bishop for another Frost Roofing first down. And Gilly, he just about broke that one open. There was a gasp here in the press box when he got it on the corner because they thought he was going to take it to the house. He is quick.
Explain that one when you see the stats.
Noah Bishop, 200 yards rushing.
There's is something wrong with Mouse and Shearer? Where'd this kid come from?
Well, Nelson, Shearer, and Longsworth and Bishop, pick your poison, I'm telling you.
The other one's not bad either.
No, that's absolutely right. So here comes Keegan Zink. He's under center. He'll hand off to Longsworth as he goes up the middle for a gain of about 2 yards.
Oh, geez, just 2 or 3? All 3.
Clock continues to run. There you see it, the legs just churning. And a nice tackle there by the Lions defensive lineman. Nobody's left here, Gilly. Pretty good crowd tonight. Home side's completely packed. Visitors had a over 2-hour drive to get up here tonight for this one. But,
of all of 2 hours, yes.
Yep. But some of the faithful are still here, and they're watching their student athletes give it all they got here.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that, are not playing in the playoffs. And, Richmond, 5-5, New Richmond deserved the opportunity to be here, and
sure,
unfortunately they just run into a better team tonight.
Noah Bishop on the carry, a gain of about maybe half a yard as he was taken down right past the line of scrimmage. Wapakoneta will be content to let that probably be the last play of the third quarter as the clock winds down to 15 seconds. And that is what's going to happen. Wapakoneta is going to walk off the field here with 10 seconds to go. So after 3 quarters of play, in round 1 of the state playoffs from Wapakoneta High School, the Redskins lead the New Richmond Lions 63-14. We'll have fourth quarter action right after these messages. Welcome back to Mercy Health Wapakoneta Ford Field, just off the campus of Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's instant replay is brought to you by IC Signs in Wapakoneta. Local, fast, and friendly. Check us out at icsigns.net. Lots of instant replays tonight, Gilly. He's over here checking out scores from around the area. Finding some good ones, big guy?
There's some interesting numbers. I don't want to
give
it away, but there's some interesting numbers on there, that's for sure.
So we'll go 3rd and 9, balls on the 40-yard line. Wapakoneta up 63-14. Danny Holbrook, Darren Gilbert from Ford Field here at Wapakoneta High School. Zink is under center. They'll go Longsworth and Bishop in the backfield with him. They'll hand to Bishop off the right side, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds, and that'll turn the ball, that'll put him in 4th down. 4th and about 7, maybe 8.
Appeared to be centers. Jacobs there pushed him out of the boundary over here near us.
And Wapakoneta will go into punt formation. They haven't punted very much tonight, partner.
No, they have not.
Number 99, Ethan Eisert, will go back to punt, the 5'10", 150-pound junior. Clock continues to run. And he gets a nice one off, bounces at about the 35-yard line, and it'll roll to the 24-yard line. So a nice bounce for the Redskins. And that's where the New Richmond Lions will take over. So New Richmond, Gilly, will end the season at 5-6. Made it to the playoffs this year. Bright future. We talked about that. Young sophomore running back, young freshman running back, a freshman quarterback who we both think is outstanding.
Well, the running backs are, really good too. They just got to, they got the pieces in the
skill position.
The
players.
Skill positions. Sure. Thank you. Develop the linemen that can pass protect you and sure us some things defensively. They've got a bright future ahead of them.
So here come the Lions. Brady Young, he's got 4 receivers as they send 4. I said 4 to the left side and a single receiver to the right side. Young throws to the left and almost picked off. My goodness, that was almost picked off. And let me get a number on that one.
Appeared to be Wyatt Schumann.
Wyatt Schumann, yep.
I think he would have waltzed his way to the end zone if he'd have kept his balance right there. I think he got caught up and tripped over one of the receivers from New Richmond.
Clock continues to run. We are a running clock because of the differential in the score, so that clock will not stop unless an injury or a change of possession. The ball's on the turf, and it'll be picked up by number 15, Keegan Zink, as he was Johnny on the spot. And let's see what happened here on the instant replay. He just got it knocked out.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Jack Fisher punched the ball out.
And that is the 4th turnover of the night for the New Richmond Lions.
So, I love the leadership, of the seniors at Wapak. You got Truesdale coming out there. You got Schneery coming out there, high-fiving the kids that's coming off the field. That's awesome to see.
Gilly, don't forget to stick around for after the game for our Stolly Hustle Award winner. We got to pick one of those, and my goodness, we get to go after everybody on that Wapakoneta team.
Yeah, you think the Stollies would be upset if we said, well,
we're just going to give it to Wapak.
Let's just go ahead and let's go 11 players special teams, 11 players offense and defense.
They'll go Longsworth off the left side, cuts it back to the middle. Andre Longsworth with a nice run of 12 yards, and he picks up another Frost Roofing first down. Andre Longsworth, the sophomore tailback, doing his best to add the 8 yardage total.
Colwell grabbing him, putting him to the turf right there, but not until he drove his way, right down to the 27-yard line for, like you said, another Wapak first down.
So Wapakoneta will go to 9-2 on the season, and as we said earlier, they will play the winner of Vandalia Butler and Elida, and they've played Elida this year. They've not seen Vandalia Butler, so we'll await that score and see what happens. And there's a carry by Bishop off the right side, and I'm assuming, but I can't speak for us, I'm assuming we may be back here next week if it's a home game for Wapakoneta. I wouldn't mind being back here. I kind of
Caldwell on the stop. Yeah, no kidding.
Like the facilities, like the people and the product they put out here.
Well, my memory serves me correctly. When I went down last year to Vandalia to Butler to do a regional girls game.
Yeah, we've been down there a lot for basketball.
That's a nice facility
really
you can
nice.
Overlook.
Yeah.
And it's a real nice football facility with field turf.
And you and I have done games down there. There's a Frickers right down the road.
Oh, that's even better.
So here comes Zink and the Redskins. They'll go Andre Longsworth off the left side, and he just continues to churn out those yards, and he picks up about 3 really tough yards. That man is a tough runner.
Center's on the stop, and Colwell.
Clock continues to run. Danny Holbrook and Darren Gilbert, round 1 of the state playoffs from Wapakoneta High School. It's been all Wapakoneta night. 63-14.
Yeah, they set the tone early, didn't they? Scored early, scored often. New Richmond, you got to like the philosophy of coming out, taking the football to start the game and trying to get ahead, but it didn't work out that way. And nice play there by that young man with a little cadence call.
Kagan Zink with the cadence call pulls him off sides, and that'll add him 5 yards, and that'll put him in the B&B Auto Repair red zone.
And give him a first down.
And here comes another group of young men replacements getting their chance to play in the game tonight. So good for these young men. And we'll try to get all their names here, but in the game right now to run the show for the Redskins. Number 15, Brady Burden. Young freshman quarterback in there getting his time to shine for the Skins.
Definitely making memories that last a lifetime, don't you?
Yep. A little confusion there with a handoff. Ball is on the turf. Let's see what happens there. It looked like Burden got knocked into by one of his offensive linemen. And, New Richmond comes up with the ball. A little extracurricular there at the end of that play. But now that's a great job by the officials, recognizing the frustration on the part of those young men, just separating them and not throwing the flag.
Exactly. That's where they're talking to the players. And the coaches are coming out there for New Richmond also, meeting their players too. So all around a good play there by the officials and the coaching staff. Yeah, that's one of those where, he had somebody in the backfield real quick, and that young freshman quarterback had to make a decision.
It was a tough call.
And it was a tough one because they were right on top of him.
So here's Young and the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the 20. There goes that Young tailback, and he picks up another Frost Roofing first down. Dylan Wolf on the carry.
28 and 34.
They bring up 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line as the Lions try to put more points on the board here as the clock winds down as we end this one.
I was trying to get names on those uniform numbers, but
there's Wolf off the left side, and he's going to be taken down by number 87 for the Skins, Cole Springer, the 5'9" sophomore, pulls him down.
Good job by that young man grabbing him and taking him to the turf.
It's funny, Gil, you hear the PA announcer will give a kid's name, a new kid in there who makes a tackle, and you can hear his family in the crowd. They're just so excited for these young men.
And you're seeing the kids on the sidelines, too.
Absolutely.
Giving encouragement.
There's a strike out there to the 40-yard line by number 18 for the Lions. That is Robbie Kidd, and he is taken down real quick by number 27 for the Skins.
Yeah, keep looking, partner.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't have him on my sheet here.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them that, it's not on the roster, but It's great to see them getting the opportunity. You got to believe they're freshmen.
Sure. Clock continues to run at 4:22 and counting.
But they're still getting a taste of it, and that's awesome to see.
There's Wolf as he goes up the middle, and he is taken down at about the 45-yard line by number 84, Toby Wilcoxon.
Mr. Wilcoxon, a junior 5'8", tight end, defensive end. Nice play by that young man.
And it's really cool to see, Gilly, the Wapakoneta starters and the second teamers all standing there rooting on these kids who are on the field right now. That is fantastic. That is a program right there.
Yep.
Here's Young as he throws to the right side. He's got Wolf at about the 42. He's going to go to the 50, to the 45. He's going to cut it to the sideline, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
Nice pitch and catch out to the flat.
Clock continues to run in the running clock formation. Even though he did go out of bounds, the clock will continue to run. So,
again, years to come, they have the pieces.
They do.
At the skill position. You patch some things up on the interior line. You patch up your defense. But offensively, they're going to put points on the board.
Well, here's Young as he's in the gun. He'll send Wolf to the left. He's going to throw across the middle, and he's got a target out there at the 20, and he'll be taken down at about the 15-yard line.
Well, he threw a seed right there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Nice pitch and catch to number 2 for the Lions. That is Cohen Manning. That's his leading receiver on the year.
Yeah, Wapak's done a number on him tonight. He struggled with receptions, so give Wapak a lot of credit. But then again, the Lions, they're marching the football down the field.
They'll go Wolf up the middle, and he'll take it to the 10, and he's taken down at about the 6-yard line. He jumps in the air to try to get a few extra yards there, and watch this young man jump up and gets hit hard.
Runs hard.
By Brady Burden right there in the middle of that play.
And you asking a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kid who's down 49 points to keep playing hard, that's a tribute to those kids and that coaching staff from New Richmond, because they're still playing with 2 minutes to go. They're still playing.
They're still battling.
And it's indicative because of the way they're moving the ball up and down the field right now.
Yep. So here's Young as he's being chased in the backfield. He gets away from the defender, and he's going to throw to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. He finds number 3. That is Alex Boom in the back of the end zone for a Lion touchdown. We'll make it 63-20.
Pretty athletic play right there by the freshman quarterback. Also throwing a dime to the end zone for the touchdown.
That's another side rail touchdown. The side rail in Wapakoneta featuring signature burgers, appetizers, large portions, and specialty drinks. Open 7 days a week on Augley Street and online at thesiderelrestaurant.com. So here's the point after try. It is up, and it is good. So with 1:08 to go left in this game, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead 63-20. We'll take our final timeout. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Van and his team of expert technicians. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. So the Wapakoneta Redskins have done a lot of damage with their offensive car tonight. See how I tied it in with B&B Auto Repair? I did.
You did. You just tied that right in there. I mean, that was cat quick.
Here's Longsworth as he catches it on the 10. He's going to take it up to about the 30. He's taking down about the 31. So there's Andre Longsworth. Bring it back up.
Wall Riven on the stop.
And that'll put the clock at about 55 seconds. You just wonder if they're not going to take a knee here. Clock continues to run. We're at 47 seconds, and I got to believe that's exactly what they'll do is go into victory formation. And good look at the student section over there celebrating this win. They'll be ready to go next week, whether they play at home or on the road, and that is exactly what Brady Burden will do is he'll take a knee, and that will probably do it.
Last we looked, it was Vandalia Butler. It was 10-0 at half against Elida.
And Coach Moyer is making his way across the field with 15 seconds to go, and that'll do it. So the Wapakoneta Redskins roll to a 63-21 win as they win in week 1 of the high school football season. When we come back, we'll have our Stolly Hustle Award right here on WSN. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School, where after round 1 in the state football playoffs, the Wapakoneta Redskins come out with a 63-21 win over the New Richmond Lions. You can check out our highlights of tonight's Stolly Hustle Award winner on the WSN YouTube page. And Darren, our Stolly Hustle Award winner, we're going with the big man, Jaden Rampula, the 5'10", 205-pound senior. He set the tone tonight, man. He got around the edge, a couple of big sacks, and he played physical football.
I like to use the term, he pinned his ears back, and it was all downhill from then, from there. And when he got around the tackle, he had 2 clean shots, on the quarterback, and he definitely tattooed his number on the back of that jersey for New Richmond. But we watched him last week against Salina, and
sure,
he plays with such a high motor, and his high motor just feeds with the other 10 players on the defense. And then the defense, those high motors carry over to the offense, and just collectively a huge win for the Redskins here at home.
And, Gilly, we don't know who the next round opponent for Wapakoneta will be. It's going to be either Elida or Vandalia Butler. Your thoughts on either of those teams?
Well, I think obviously, if you're sitting in Wapak's position, you would love to see Elida because, number one, it's a league foe. Number two, you're familiar with them. And number three, if Elida does win tonight's contest, that puts Elida over here and Wapak gets to host a next round game. You know what? If I'm Coach Moyer and I'm the coaching staff, whoever wins the game, but it would be nice to see a league foe and play that next contest here. But if they have to go to Vandalia Butler, they are going to be up for the challenge, no question.
Yep. Let's thank Brad Rex, the athletic director out here, Gilly, tonight for
absolutely.
all the wonderful
Scott Menning,
food.
the principal.
Scott Menning, the principal, the entire staff out here. What a great job. And for our cast and crew, director Wayne Getz, Kelsey Weimer, Jennifer Beck, Derek Henry, for you, Darren Gilbert, I'm Danny Holbrook saying we'll see you next week in week 2 of the state football playoffs.